for the emperor on his way to Taihudian before he assumed his daily administration of state affairs. Far behind stands Baohedian, where the emperor held feasts for ministers and high-ranking generals and supervised the final stages of the nationwide imperial examinations. The three halls of the outer palace were where the emperor exercised his political power, while the three halls of the inner palace were the living quarters of the emperor and his concubines. The square in front of Qianqing, or the Hall of Heavenly Purity, is the demarcation line between the outer palace and the inner palace. Qianqing was a residential quarter of the emperors, and where they held inner palace ceremonies and conducted daily government activities. Jiaotaidian, or the Hall of Celestial and Terrestrial Union, was where the Empress received greetings and congratulations. 25 imperial jade seals were kept in this hall. Kuninggong, or the Hall of Earthly Tranquility, served as living quarters for the Empress, and was where Manchu-style sacrificial activities were held during the Qing dynasty. Apart from the three outer halls and the three inner halls, there are 6 main courtyards, composed of several dozen courtyards of various sizes, which served as the residential quarters for the concubines. This is Yangxin Dian, or the Hall of Mental Cultivation. Emperor Yongzheng, after his enthronement, moved into this building from Qianqing, the official imperial residence, in 1723. From then on, for over 180 years, all subsequent Qing emperors lived here. It is furnished and displayed according to the period when the Guangxu Emperor lived here, from 1862 to 1908. 5 of the 10 Qing emperors came to the throne at young ages, including the Guangxu Emperor. During the reigns of the Tongzhi and Guangxu emperors in the Qing dynasty from 1862 to 1908, Empress Dowager Cixi used to attend to state affairs from behind this curtain. Chuxiugong, or the Palace for Gathering Elegance, was the living quarters of Empress Dowager Cixi. Empress Dowager Cixi ruled the court as dictator for more than 40 years, which speeded up the decline of the Qing dynasty. The imperial menu was comprised of delicacies of every kind and good wine. Usually several dozens of dishes were served at each meal, most of which were just for display. The lives of the emperors, their empresses, and their concubines in the imperial palace was marked by luxury. There were 3 to 4 gardens for their leisure and recreation within the palace, the biggest and most unique of which was the imperial garden. Outside of the palace, there were over a dozen similar gardens, such as Yuanmingyuan, or Park of Perfection and Brightness, and the Summer Palace. Imperial entertainment came in many forms, including reciting poems, practicing painting, admiring the beauty of flowers, fishing, touring gardens, as well as watching opera and other kinds of performances. This is the Imperial Theater in the palace, where art groups employed by the emperors and famous domestic artists gave performances. This is the Manchu imperial costume, which is markedly different from the Han-style costume. This red tasseled hat used in summer, this winter hat, the kind of hat symbolizing the wearer's rank, long gowns, sleeves, and shoes are typical Manchu style. The Manchu loved archery on horseback and martial arts, which were upheld by Qing emperors as the base of their rule. Court music and a rigid discipline system were used in training the army and also in the control of imperial relatives. The Forbidden City houses a collection of precious cultural relics consisting of over 1 million pieces, priceless treasures passed down through the Chinese nation's over 5,000 years of history. The palace's Bronzeware Museum features a collection of bronzes produced in the Bronze Age, which lasted from the 21st century BC to the 5th century BC, including tools, weapons, ceremonial vessels, cooking vessels, wine and water carriers, and inscribed tripods. The painting gallery has a collection of masterpieces from past dynasties. This painting is entitled The Scrolled Painting of Han Shizai Hosting a Late Dinner Banquet